Let's talk about Gantt charts in Jira. If you're a free or standard user of Jira, then you all know that there's a little basic timeline in every Jira Scrum or Kanban project that gives you a Gantt chart of sorts, but it's not very customizable and it's not very powerful. And if you go to Premium or Enterprise, which basically doubles, if not more than doubles your bill, then you get the plans, or what I like to call the JAR, the Jira Advanced Roadmaps, and those Gantt charts a little bit more powerful, but still some limits there, not to mention 2x the bill. Now, wouldn't it be nice if there was a better way to look at Gantt charts with your Jira data without having to pay so much more for that functionality? So let's talk about Visor. They make an amazing app that pulls in all your Jira data, and you're going to get a very, very powerful Gantt chart that is going to work really, really awesome for you and your team. And today I'm going to give you 5 benefits of using Visor over the default stuff in Jira. Let's take a look. All right, so we're gonna kick things off with benefit number 1, and that is something that I really wish Atlassian would do, and I'm sure as a project manager that you may be, you're gonna love this. So in Jira, when you create an issue, it gets a key, right? We all know this, it's the project name and a key. But when you create a child, that issue gets an incremental bump. So it'll get the project key plus a number plus 1, right? And so as you make a lot of children and as you build out this hierarchy that you can build out in Jira, your numbers are not sequential in the way that a traditional project manager sees, where you have like 1, 1.1, 1.1.1 to indicate the hierarchy. But take a look at what Visor does. Your keys are still respected. They're still very much here, but you're gonna get a traditional numbering view that is much more familiar to project managers. And this is a benefit that I really, really like when you use Visor over Jira. And now let's talk about benefit number 2. Visor's a lot more customizable. Inside of your Gantt view down here, we can also change the start and end dates. So you can pick whether it's a due date or it's an end date, or maybe you have a different custom field in Jira. You can pick whatever dates you want to create the bars in the Gantt chart itself. You can also alter which level in the hierarchy you're going to see. So if you want to see an entire hierarchy or just a piece of it, you have the ability to change that here. And there's a zoom, right? Sometimes you get overwhelmed by all the information and you can basically select what days are you going to see. Maybe you see sprints, maybe you see months, weeks, quarters, years, whatever is appropriate for you and your team. You can do that there. And then you can also select what day the week starts. So whether it's a Monday or any other day that you want. And then we have which days your team works. And so you have a lot of customization there. Now we also have filters so that if you don't want to show everything, you can show specific issue types, you can show for a specific project, for a specific sprint. And what's really, really cool is you can also add custom fields. So these custom fields are built into Visor and they help augment the Gantt chart experience within Visor. And the best part is you don't need your Jira admin to be creating these custom fields for you. So within Visor, you can apply those custom fields. Your stakeholders are going to be able to see them. You can populate them with data that stays within Visor, but it augments your plan, especially when your Jira admin or your Jira instance doesn't have that supporting infrastructure that is needed for you to tell the narrative that you're trying to tell with your Gantt charts. And now let's go to benefit number 3, colors. Jira is a very blue product. We have blue, we have white, we have a little bit of gray, a little bit of green, but that's pretty much it. Now inside of Visor, we have a lot more colors. We have a lot more flexibility. We can control what colors these bars are colored based on, by clicking over here, based on the assignee. We can change them based on the issue type, based on the project. And of course, those custom fields that I was just talking about, those can come in here as well. And we can select various custom fields to drive different colors in your Gantt chart. And so this gives you the most amount of flexibility to really focus, right? Drive your audience's attention to the right color, right? The reds for things that really need attention, the greens for things that are going well, the blues for things that are in progress, right? But you have the freedom to customize the colors so that you can drive the attention wherever you need it based on your specific needs. And I think that's a really cool benefit. Benefit number 4, we can add milestones to this Gantt chart. This is something that is not supported in Jira at all. Yeah, you can kind of do a fixed version, but it's not the exact same thing. And it doesn't look the same way on the plan or in the basic timeline in Jira. But let me show you how milestones work here. So down at the very bottom of my Gantt view, I can come down here and add what's called the Jira issue. So I'm just gonna call it milestone 1. And when I create that, it's just gonna create it here. And I can move it up and down. I can simply just grab it and drop it wherever I want it, right? So it's all the way down at the bottom. I'm just gonna move it up to the top and just put it right there, right at the beginning. But what's really cool is I can go put a date, right? So I can say, hey, this is gonna be the date for this milestone. But instead of it showing up like a bar with the start and an end date, I can simply right click on it and I can click on display as a Gantt milestone. And that's gonna turn it into a traditional milestone with that due date driving the placement and the map. And this is really cool because now we can drop milestones wherever we need them to really show a much more powerful Gantt chart, which again, Jira is gonna kind of do it with the fixed version, but it's not gonna do it like in the traditional sense of how we expect to see milestones on our Gantt charts. And now for the final benefit, benefit number 5. This is my favorite benefit of them all. Let's talk about the price. In Jira, to do what I just showed you, you have to 2x, if not more than 2x your bill so that you can get that plan, that advanced roadmap. But Visor is not going to cost you an arm and a leg and a kidney. It's going to be a much more affordable option. And the best part is you only have to buy a subscription for your project managers, your program managers, right? The people that are actually going to be doing or creating these Gantt charts. Everybody else, all your stakeholders, your executives, managers, leaders, architects, whoever else you want, they're all free. So this is very, very powerful because this Gantt chart that I have right here, I can simply come up here and share it with whomever I want. I can put emails, I can do whatever I need. I can just send a link if I want to, right? But it's not gonna cost you 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 kidneys. It's gonna be a much more affordable option. And if you're on the pro plan, you're gonna be able to save these as PDFs, you're gonna be able to print them out, you can share codes, you can share links, you can have different user permissions. And so there's a lot of powerful flexibility that you get, again, without necessarily having to break the bank. Well, that's it for this video. This is Gantt charts for Jira inside of Visor. Let me know what you think down in the description down below. There's a link for you to sign up at visor.us where you're gonna be able to use this amazing app that, again, it uses your Jira data. There is no duplication of data. It's all synced in real time. It's a very powerful view. It's a very powerful and effective way of using Jira as a project manager and being able to get those project management capabilities that we want, but that Atlassian just simply doesn't give us. Make sure you give them out a try. Let me know in the description if you do, and I'll see you in the next one.